time of Shakespeare and Queen Elizabeth I, the scientist Galileo made a new discovery. Things that are heavy fall to the ground no faster than things that are light. Something that seems perfectly clear using modern slow-motion photography. Galileo's discovery 300 years ago started man on the road to the age of spaceflight. Satellites and astronauts seem far removed from the Leaning Tower of Pisa. But to understand how things can go up and stay up, we have to start where Galileo did and examine first the way things fall down. Do things fall at a steady speed? Or do they speed up? Watch again, but this time we'll stop the picture once every half second. What we've just seen can be summarized like this: a photograph showing all the positions of the golf ball in a single picture. The spaces between the images show how far the ball has dropped in each interval of time. The times are equal, but the spaces get bigger as the ball drops. It means this: as the golf ball falls, it speeds up. So Galileo's discovery can be put another way. All objects, heavy or light, speed up in just the same way. They accelerate equally. Yet it's not always true. Gravity isn't the only force on the feather. Air resistance acts as well. The greater the speed, the bigger the resistance of the air. A freefall parachutist falls so fast that air resistance eventually exerts an upward force big enough to counteract the downward pull of gravity. Sooner or later, the forces will balance out. When that happens, the parachutist will no longer accelerate. He'll simply fall at a steady speed. He may not look as if he's falling, but that's because the cameraman is falling too, at exactly the same speed. Just think of a motorway and the maximum speed allowed. Then double it. He's falling nearly as fast as that. Drifting down just like feathers. The only difference, they're falling more than 100 times faster. He's still just like a feather, but now he's a bigger feather, and he drifts down much more gently. Suppose there were no air resistance. Would the feather accelerate just like a golf ball? To answer that question, the ideal testing ground is here. On the moon, there's no air at all.
Well, in my left hand I have a feather. In my right hand a hammer. And I guess one of the reasons we got here today was because of a gentleman named Galileo a time ago who made a rather significant discovery about falling objects in gravity fields. And we thought that where would be a better place to confirm his findings than on the moon. And so we thought we'd try it here for you. And I'll drop the two of them here, and hopefully they'll hit the ground at the same time. How about that?
But on Earth, there's always air. Yet things that are compact for their weight seem hardly affected. But remember, it's a question of speed. Even from the top board, this diver will only reach a speed of 10 meters per second. And that's simply not enough for air resistance to have any real effect on his rate of fall.